Hi, it's Ileana. So today I'm going to discuss the Black Operations Group. What are my thoughts on everything that has been disclosed? And what do I know? Everybody's talking about Michael Herrera again. The fact that he was not able to produce evidence of these psionics targeting extraterrestrial crafts, bringing them down. He went to a black site facility, but he can't talk about any of that information, what he saw at that black site, why. Well, this Black Operations Group is nothing that is easy to deal with, actually. The more you get to know about them and what they do, the more despicable it gets. They can attack you, they can target you, they can remote influence you, they can try to manipulate your mind, they can try to give you offers of something enticing to make deals to get you to see the better side of them, to see the human side aspect. They've committed atrocities, they've killed people, they've taken hostages, they've kidnapped people, they have experimented on extraterrestrials, extracted DNA, tried to graft that DNA onto humans, tried to extract from human hybrids DNA and put it on other humans as well, to be able to figure out the frequency that's involved in piloting these exotic crafts that they had shot down. They weren't able to splice the genetics perfectly to create the super soldiers. That's why they're still using P3s and drugs to amplify P3 brains, the psionics brains, to connect to this exotic technology. They still have not perfected the procedures because they don't have the right frequencies to pilot the crafts on their own with just human personnel. The crafts are that exotic. They figured out how some of it works, but they haven't figured out the consciousness aspect, how to pilot it in the most organic sense of frequency. That's right, that's why they use P3s. Or they target individuals who are P7s and beyond that, who can actually pilot the technology. But that comes with a price if you agree to work for this group. They're dangerous. They've killed people, they have harassed people, they've made false promises. I'm not sure what Michael was promised or what he was given access to technology. I'm sure he was shown things, and I remote viewed him, and what I saw was pyramid technology, generator technology, 0 point technology, how these black sites are powered independently, quantum computing technology that makes everything closed circuit in their communications, underground facilities untraceable. This Black Operations Group has a lot of assets and technology, and they have availability and access to devices that can work on frequency modulation to literally shake up the tectonic plates, agitate the plates. It could set off earthquakes. This technology is based on frequency. They don't need to plant nukes anymore at basically the submergent points, the submergent zones where earthquakes happen. They can plant other devices, smaller devices that are almost untraceable and can take down the subduction zones, agitate them, and cause earthquakes. They can get the tectonic plates to move unnaturally to create earthquakes and tsunamis. The The disclosure was that they had planted nukes and that they could set those off at any time in the Pacific Rim. Take out California, take out the Pacific Northwest, anybody who stands in their way. They're not using nukes anymore. They're using other frequency-based technology that is based on frequency. It's physical technology that can literally act as an inside job without a trace of evidence. There's no nuclear fallout, there's no nuclear reaction, because if they actually use nukes, that's traceable. And when you use nuclear technology and set off bombs, huge bombs, there's radioactive isotopes and trace elements of nuclear technology causing earthquakes, and it could lead back to them. So they have other technology, and that technology was set up and it was taken down as well. So this group is insidious. There might be some elements of that group that are supposedly on the good side, but are they working behind the scenes to stop all of this and to free the psionics, free humanity? Who knows at this point? What I remote viewed about them is that they shoot down crafts with innocent people on them, or they try to kill people and silence them when you speak the truth about this group. And they also shoot down crafts with other extraterrestrial beings on them that are refugees looking for a new planet. I've been threatened, I've been targeted, and I no longer feel safe remote viewing this Black Ops group and taking a closer look at what they do. Again, they have cloning facilities, they have tried hybridization projects with different exotic extraterrestrial DNA and other things, and have kept people and beings hostage and captive. They've used humanity as a playground. So this group is dangerous. And I was asked, so just because you revealed some of this information about this Black Ops group, that's why you were targeted? Yes, I was targeted, and things were done to me behind the scenes that involved frequency, energy, weaponization of the brain, trying to literally disassemble the organs, fry the brain, fry the organs. It is frequency-based technology. It is nothing anybody wants to mess with that this group does. That group is dangerous. There's a whole dirty laundry list of the crimes they've committed against humanity and other extraterrestrials. So if people want to say that that aspect of Michael Herrera's story is not true, or UFO disease, anybody can think whatever they want about this. I think there is evidence that Michael Herrera was put in contact with this Black Ops group, and he was shown what he was shown, actually. The remote viewing shows that he was. From their independent remote viewing that I've done of him visiting the Black Site facility and the tech that he saw there, maybe some of his own memories were erased of what he saw potentially. This group has that ability and that technology. Or maybe memories were modified. I remote viewed that technology, and the body of work is there that this stuff happened. This work has been dangerous, but I think some of these elements of what Michael Herrera has said is real, and there is such a group, and they've done what they've done. And I don't think that group is ever going to publicly come out and disclose what kind of technology they have, because they have underground black site facilities with aspects of cloning, with aspects of bioengineering, bioscience, advanced regenerative health technologies. They have that. They have worked with experimenting on crystalline technology. They have captured exotic crafts. They've tried to use psychic humans to literally figure out how the technology works, pilot it. They're still having trouble with that. They do understand the technology, but not the frequency aspect of the technology itself, how the consciousness works on a pure consciousness level to fly the technology and operate all of it. That they still haven't figured out. And they have a list of people they want to acquire who have those abilities to actually do that stuff. But good luck with that wiring portion. No, thank you. I don't think so. It's not that easy to acquire talented people. And this group is by far not all there figuring out how all of the tech works. They still have a lot to figure out, and they're dangerous. So whatever Michael Herrera is still involved with, I hope it's on a clean level. I hope he hasn't been sucked in to the grandeur of this technology, this group, because they have many facilities. They have a way of convincing people to become on their side, to see their point of view. So, and they also have time travel technology. They can see into the future certain elements of what's going to happen on this planet and anticipate what they need to do to be on top. They have that technology, and they have psionic technology to communicate with gifted humans, with psychics, to reach out into your mind and to telepathically talk to you and communicate with you. They have that ability. So this group is real, and it may seem like sci-fi, science fiction, futuristic mumbo jumbo, but it's not. I've encountered some of it, and all I can say is be careful. And there's a lot of advanced technology and people that work in this group that are not just going to give up easily of what they've been holding on to for close to 90 years, because they're not the type to give in easily and just be pushed over. They're not like that. They're hardcore operatives who are, some of them are brainwashed, mind controlled, and some of them are the greatest manipulators of this world and how they operate to that extent of their operations. So it's not something that's just going to go away simply because people think it's a figment of somebody else's story or something, or UFO disease. There's aspects of this that have truth, and perhaps one day this will all be disclosed, all the aspects of it, or maybe not. Michael Herrera is not able to give proof of the psionics or the physical facilities to expose them because they're never going to give him that kind of leverage over all the aspects of this group. That was far reaching of those promises, and maybe some of those aspects of that group thought they could deliver that and give that to Michael to show as disclosure evidence to the world, but that was too far reaching because not all branches of that group want that out. So I think that didn't come out because of that. The dark elements will never allow that to happen. Hence, it's not happening. That's what I think that is. And again, I am done with looking into this. I am done researching it. I know what I need to know to understand what's going on here, and that's good enough for me. That ends my investigation. In my remote viewing of Michael Herrera, the black site that he visited, I did get elements correctly that he was flown in on a helicopter. There was a private kind of a landing site and checkpoints. Barely anything there on the surface. And the facility is underground. He was wearing casual type clothing for that meeting. I got those elements correct. and that this facility has several levels to it underground with exotic pyramid craft. Some of them were hovering in the hangar decks in these various levels. That's what I had in the remote viewing, what I put in my book on Lockheed Martin reverse engineering programs, levitation programs. I included the remote viewing of Michael Herrera in there and those aspects. Well, it turns out those elements were correct because half a year later, Michael Herrera himself said that he had been flown in by a helicopter, was wearing casual clothes, and passed several checkpoints before he was actually taken into the underground facility. So it was correct, what I remote viewed. It felt accurate to me. It felt I was probing into the right information. And I still think I am, because those elements were correct in my book. And I had published that information way before Michael was talking about what he wore, how he was flown into that black site facility. Published the book half a year before with that remote viewing, before he publicly spoke about some of the stuff on his way to that black site. Not precisely, he's not saying what's inside the black site facility itself underground, but I had remote viewed what's inside of it precisely. And some of that remote viewing is public on what's inside the black site. In some of the elements, I think people deserve to know what's in those black sites. So some of it, what I don't think is dangerous, I've left for the public to see, and that remains there. And for the other stuff, we'll see down the road. Again, I don't want to create any problems for anyone with this stuff, with this group. And so, hence, I'm just describing the conclusion of this investigation and what I know and why it's the end of this project. Greer is now saying on news media that he's working with a team and law enforcement where agents are going to defect from the black operations group that are running some of these black site facilities, and that there's going to be a data dump of disclosure on this information, and they're going to reveal what reverse engineered technologies they've been working on and what kind of technology they have. So the Black Operations Group has pyramid technology of reverse engineered crafts from Pleiadian technology that they've shot down, Syrian technology crafts that they've shot down. They have Atlantean type pyramid generator systems that they got access to because they sent out teams. They had sent out teams to actually find the remnants of ancient Atlantean technology, going into hidden archives, finding the archival information on that technology, how it works, and retrieving it so they can independently run these black sites on these kind of pyramid generator systems with 0 point. So is that going to be part of Greer's things that these black sites have, as well as the regenerative technology, regenerative medicine healing technology, like holographic medical pods that work on plasma and crystalline technology to fix the body, mind, and the soul, plus the cloning center stuff? Is that everything that Greer will reveal and much more? I'd be interested to see, because that's what my investigation revealed about the Black Operations Group in terms of what they have from the remote viewing stuff. And they have much more than that. But they're still working on figuring out how to do the DNA grafting, higher level DNA grafting of exotic abilities and frequencies. They haven't mastered that, so I'm curious if Greer has any information on that and what will be in these data dumps that are going to come from these black sites and these agents if and when this stuff is revealed. Because he's now claiming he's going beyond whistleblowers to the actual agents who are defecting from this black operations group, and they're willing to come forward with data. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Thank you so much.